Hi everybody, I'm Stefan for atutspos.com and this is the final part for creating our first element. So let's get started. Let's create another circle right now and set the stroke thickness to 1 and let's scale it down like so, and let's just duplicate the circle and just scale it down again like so. And now let's just duplicate once again the circle and just scale it down again and add the trim paths modifier. And now let's trim our element. So let's trim it to this point here and to this point here. And now with the layer selected, select the pen tool and let's just zoom in and add some points and click away to close the shape, and again click here and here to create another shape. And as you can see, we have a single element that rotates now, and we need just to alt click on the rotation and type wiggle 3,90 degrees and just duplicate the layer and flip it to the right side, and as you can see we get this random movement. So let's close these layers and let's see what else we need to create. Let's select the outline and just duplicate it again and just scale it down and set the radius to 0.5 for this line, just to create this inner thin line here. Not sure if you can see it, this line here. So just scale it down just a bit more and add the trim paths modifier, and let's turn off the layer and remove the guides here and set some guides in order to see where we need to trim the layer. So we need to end the layer right at this point here and in this point here. So let's turn the layer on and let's start trimming the line here. And here as well. And now let's duplicate the layer and set the stroke to 2, and we need to change the size a bit. Let's remove the guides for now and place the stroke right at this point here, and let's turn it off and let's set another guide right here, and let's move this one to this point here, turn on the layer and let's trim it some more. Come to the top part and that's it for this layer. Now let's turn off the guides and let's select the outline, which is, let's see which layer is our main outline. Anyways, doesn't matter, we can create this is our layer. So let's select the pen tool and just draw such a shape, and select the layer once again, select the polygon tool and just draw a triangle right here, and let's fill it with white color. And if we open, we can select our shape and move it like so, and this is it. There are a few more elements to create, and I'm sure we are going to manage to create them in this tutorial. So let's select our pen tool, let's set the stroke size to 1, and let's draw a straight line here. Now let's open the layer properties and let's add a repeater modifier, and let's increase the number of copies to 25. Open the transform repeater, set the position to 0, and let's set the rotation to 2 degrees or maybe 1, and let's see if we increase this number to 50 or 80 maybe, and let's set this to 40. Basically, if our final size will be 80, we need to set this to 40, then out click and type wiggle and 3,40. This means that 3 times a second it will offset our modifier 40 units randomly. So that's it, and let's set the end opacity to 0 or maybe 50%, and let's duplicate the layer, hit S, and let's flip it to the top side as well. And one last thing we need to do is to unselect all the layers and create one last shape here. Select the layer, open it, and add a repeater once again. Open the repeater properties and let's add a 36 copies, and let's open the transform repeater, set the position to 0 and set the rotation to 10 degrees or maybe 5, and let's double the number here, and let's reduce this to 2.5 or something like that. And as you can see, we have our circle made of lines right now, and we need just to hit R for the rotation, alt click and type wiggle 5,180 degrees, and with this we are ready with our first element. And we need to add the numbers here, so let's do that real quick. Let's switch to the type tool and type the numbers and position them. We have a few more minutes left, so let's do that. And let's duplicate this layer. And a real quick tip when creating such projects is if you can to put more shapes in a single layer, this is better, because when you continue to work, even if you pre-compose the elements in separate composition, there will be hundreds of layers. And for this particular project, I remember that I had like over 4,000 layers in all compositions, so keep this in mind. And that's it. As you can see, we are ready. Let's pre-compose this and let's go with 5. And this is our first element. So that's it. Stay tuned for the next episodes where we are going to focus our attention on the rest parts of the interface, where there are some very interesting things to create. And hope you like this tutorial. I am Stefan for atutspus.com and we'll see you next time.